two-parter, 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 two-parter. Wow, we actually got a two-parter this early into the series.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. But how's everyone doing? Welcome to the Morphin Network. I'm Mike, and that's Jake, and we're here for the UltraQuest podcast. I hope you guys are having a wonderful 3-day weekend, because here in America, it is Memorial Day weekend. We want to thank all of you veterans for all the sacrifices you made for our freedom, just like the Ultras have for the freedom of Earth. And of course, this weekend wasn't just any random Memorial Day weekend, because it was also the weekend of Pasadena Comic-Con. And have you guys had a chance to actually go there and check out all the stuff? I certainly did. I know I met some of our fans. For those of you that I did meet, thank you so much for all your love and support. Thank you for walking up and saying how much you love the show. And we just love you guys so much. You guys keep the lights on. You motivate us to keep going. We love having all your support and hearing what you guys have to say about our podcasts. And like whether you're listening in the background while you're studying for those finals without the use of AI, because you are your human using your human powers like a true warrior of light, or maybe you're actually watching it because you just like staring at a screen with two guys looking at their cameras while having a spiffy background in the back. Whether we're talking about cyborg bugmen or giant aliens of light or technicolored heroes wearing not spandex.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that reminds me of when you have fans coming up to you. It reminds me of when you recognized me at our first Morphicon.
Yeah, no, it was crazy. And we were just casually just standing right next to each other, and it's like
yep.
It's like wait a minute. You look familiar. Yeah, no, it's I love how low key we were both each other's fans before we actually met each other, and then here we were becoming real life friends.
Indeed.
Yes, and we are here to discuss Ultraman Zeto episodes 5 through 8. And yes, we got Mr. Zero himself making a very brief cameo. Very fun cameo indeed. And we get some revelations that, yeah, you know what? Maybe we should have watched Orb indeed.
Yeah, that's kind of my fault. I've already seen Orb and Jeed. I should have recommended those to him first, but considering that I hadn't seen this series yet, I thought
there's no way you would have known to warn me.
I'm sorry. But yeah, in hindsight, had I known better, I would have recommended Orb and Jeed.
Yeah, to be fair, yeah, I did say at the beginning of this season that yes, we are both going in blind, but you slightly less blind solely. Actually, we are both slightly less blind than the other in very different ways, because me, I got minor spoilers of the season just from the sheer occupational hazard of having to make the thumbnails for this season. But you, you just have just the background knowledge. It's for me, I actually have to open up the actual kaiju decks in order to remember the names of some of these kaiju, especially this season, because it's hard now just to know that we're fighting Gomorrah this season. We're fighting Bone Gomorrah.
Yep.
Yeah, which is crazy. But yeah, Jugless Juggler. That is one hell of a name.
Yeah, basically for context for you, he was basically the main villain in Ultraman Orb, and he basically becomes Orb's frenemy, and he's kind of a troll.
I figured the troll part. I mean, I saw what he did with that Rubik's Cube in the previous episode.
Yep.
Yeah. But thank goodness we have this little guide right here to help me remember the names of Gil Valis and the Valis Raiders. I don't have to worry about King Joe. I know King Joe. I love King Joe. King Joe is pretty funny.
Yeah, from Ultra 7.
Yeah, King Joe. Well, actually, no. I remember King Joe from another season we did already.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just saying he originally showed up in Ultra 7.
Showed up in Ultra 7. Yes. Oh, and I do know that later on we do meet Kanegon, so yes, that's an easy one to remember.
Oh, Kanegon's going to be in this season?
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you've seen the thumbnails. Wait, actually, did I include in the thumbnails? Nope,
yeah, you sent me
not.
the thumbnails.
I guess I did not include him in the thumbnails. I could have sworn I did. Oh, well. But hey, Kanegon's here. And
yes. The money-eating kaiju.
And yes, any fan of Kanegon is a fan of mine. Because I am Kanegon.
You eat money.
Yeah, nah. Nah, he's just a cutie, just like Jiris.
Yeah, yes, not Godzilla.
Yeah. Yeah. Floppyzilla.
You know, that reminds me, just real quick, when Ed and Eddie, when they're on the beach, and then Ed is pretending to have a frill, and he goes, oink, 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 and then he's like doing the lizard tongue thing. I love Ed so much.
Yeah. Oh, that one time when they were doing the scavenger hunt, and he like bent Double D over like Bane from Pig Belly, Pig Belly, Pig Belly. And honestly, when I first saw that episode, I misheard it as Pig Belly because every time he smacks it, like I hear a pig squealing. So it's like,
Pig belly. I see. No, it's definitely Pink Belly.
Yeah, it's Pink Belly. Yeah,
somebody actually made a 10-hour video of just Ed going Pink Belly and smacking Double D's belly. Yeah,
you know it's funny. But yeah, you know what's really funny for me is how an Abba Ranger, you got Homegirl like try to become Abre Pink, but instead she becomes Abre Pig.
Yep.
Yeah. It would be nice to see Pigmon this season, but I'm not gonna hold my breath. Yeah. So in episode 5, we are freezing.
Oh yeah, with Pigula from Ultra Q.
Yay! Can't wait to watch that season.
We'll get to it eventually. Just hopefully not anytime soon.
Yeah, I love how my mind goes on a tangent sometimes because, like, I'm reading Leaves of Grass right now, and like the fact that there is a poem called "I Sing the Body Electric." The first thing that comes to my mind is that episode of Twilight Zone where they get a robotic grandma. Yeah, and of course, naturally, Twilight Zone takes me on a tangent to Ultra Q. Takes me on a tangent to Ultraman, and then I wake up in cold sweats remembering, oh snap, I gotta watch Ultraman Z today. Yeah. So apparently Master Chief's got like some heating food to keep you warm. So good for him. Yes. We got an ice breath kaiju showing up in this episode. And I have to say, one thing I love about the late Heisei era is I freaking love the title cards. It's around this point where the title cards actually got way better.
Yeah. Well, Zed is the first Reiwa season.
That's what I meant. But no, but even in Ultraman X, it's like I've seen a couple of really good ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, so of course we take out
Taiga was the first Reiwa. My mistake.
I thought it was Zed, then Taiga, then Trigger.
No, it's Taiga, then Zed, then Trigger.
All right, okay. But hey, at least we know that it's Ginga X Orb.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
And then Geed. and then Rube,
Mm-hmm.
and then the
then
rest of
Taiga.
them. Yes. See, I'm remembering things because in Rube, we have a Jeed cameo.
Yep.
So that's how I immediately remember that Jeed comes before Rube.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And we'll see him again.
Yes, and then I remember Jeed is after Orb because I remember it's like you went from scanning cards to using beast batteries. That's a lame gimmick. But it's like, that was me from like, what was it, 2019? Yeah, 2019. Yeah. So yeah, it's like I remember things vicariously through toys. Yes, vicariously through toys. But yes, one thing I
Gotta
did
learn
not.
somehow.
Yeah, it's like yeah. But I will say this: I do appreciate the actual design of the slugger in this season because it's like I really love the design. It's like, yes, we're using metals just like O's, but it's like I love how it's like you got like this very crossbow
Dual disc looking thing.
Yeah, yes, and then you have to actually like slide it up and then shift it back down to like scan. It kind of reminds me of the Puto Tira axe gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a gulp. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I want a Zet Riser. That looks like a fun toy.
Yeah. Yeah, but I actually appreciate how there's a very recurring plot point in this season that I love that they actually call it out. And we'll get to that in episode 8.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so yeah, Wingdom is fighting off against this ice kaiju. I'm like, don't you know flying types are weak against ice types? You're supposed to use a fire type like
Blaziken?
Ultraman Taro.
Oh yes, like Taro.
Yeah.
Unitona Dynamite.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, like Yoko is like getting her butt kicked, and of course the Ultra Slugger goes missing, so he can't even like call upon Zed to help him.
No.
Yeah, and yeah, our mysterious juggler like freaking just pickpockets him, and it's like, hey, mind if I borrow this? Yoink.
Yep. Yeah.
Like,
Juggler's Juggler is kind of a troll.
Yeah, it's like even if I haven't seen
Ginga
or Orb, it's like I can tell based on the context of just these 2 episodes that yeah, he's kind of a troll character.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Wingdom does its best Christopher Lloyd impression because I was frozen today. And yeah, so it's like I gotta find the C slugger. Where's the Z slugger? Where's the Z? Oh, sorry, Z riser. Z riser. Where's the Z riser? I'm like, wasn't that other thing attached to you at the hip? Why doesn't it come with a holster for your Z slugger?
Yeah, like where does he keep that? At least in like the original Ultraman and Tiga, for example, we know that they keep them in their inside of their team jacket.
Yeah, and of course we got the
the spoon.
Yeah,
from the
banana,
original.
Shovel, ice pick, beta capsule. Ultraman. See, that's me doing a Kyoja reference. Well, actually, no. It's actually a Dino Charge reference. Because Tyler at the banana. Yes, a Yeti's greatest weakness: potassium. It's actually not too far off because salt melts ice.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, for some reason, Juggler does some kind of incantation, like he's freaking Sailor Mars, which creates a copy Z Riser.
Yeah, it's like a red and black version that lets him fuse kaiju. So basically, this would mean a lot more if you saw Ultraman Orb, because
Yeah.
for context, in Ultraman Orb, I'm sure you're aware that Orb's gimmick was fusing Ultras together for his body.
Yeah, I figured that much.
So for Juggler, he would fuse kaiju with his body.
That makes sense. I mean, that does make sense because, like freaking, because like I know that in Ginga, like they used the vinyl toys of Ultraman to fight, but
Yeah, the
also
Spark Dolls.
yeah, but also like there are Spark Dolls of Kaiju, which would carry on to Z. Sorry, not ZX.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of falling behind by 100 years, where Neo Arcadia has fallen.
Yeah. Yeah, so basically, Zet fights against Pagula, however you'd pronounce its name, defeats it, but then Juggler just decides, hey, I'm going to do this for old time's sake. And he becomes
A triple fusion, like Bone.
no,
Gears.
Skull Gomora comes in a later episode.
Yeah.
This was Zapandon. Combined Zeton and Pandon.
Yeah.
And so that same kaiju was his first kaiju form in Ultraman Orb.
Huh. Nice callback.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
then,
there's a lot of callbacks in these episodes.
oh yeah, like there's like an ancient artifact. It's like there were ultras in the ancient past. Yes, that's a Tiga reference. At least to me, it is a Tiga reference. And it's like an ultra power from tens of thousands of years ago. There was Ultraman on this planet that long ago. I'm not sure, but hey, MacGuffin item. We could use it to sell toys. So let's use what is basically Gokai Silver's weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's like a halberd looking thing with a pendular blade at the end. And yes,
And that's spinning orb.
Yes, just like in Blazar, retroactively.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a flaming Z. Yo, man, I'm drawing my Z's here. My big flaming Z's. Man,
Yeah.
Robot Chicken was the GOAT once upon a time. Yeah, and of course he takes out the monster very quickly. And like it just like knocks back what's his face. No, wait,
Juggler?
no, yeah. Juggler shows up after that. It's like, hey man, what's kicking? How would you like to get a go at me? It's like, oh geez, okay, well, you know, I got this new weapon. I may as well try to use it again.
Mm-hmm.
So naturally, he does the spinny orb thing. Screw it. It comes out this week. So, behold my steel balls. Steel.
They're round and they're hard, and I love them.
Bow, bow, bow. Tusk. One. Don't say that you love me. Yeah. And of course, like he's looking for Yoko, and of course Yoko's just knocked out. And it's like, and of course, like Juggler's like, you use unauthorized equipment in order to destroy city property. You're gonna do one hell of a report. Also, make sure that Yoko's okay. It hurts when I laugh.
Yep.
This human is very entertaining. And that's where the episode ends.
Yep.
Okay, and I'm gonna say this. I'm very amused. I'm very entertained. Like, this is why I miss the Heisei / Reiwa era of Ultraman. Because it's like, it's slightly less episodic, the pacing's a lot better, and yeah, it makes me care more about like the characters during combat. Because because let's be honest, with Ultraman Classic, it's just like, okay, let's just wait for Ide to come up with a new invention, have it fail, and then Hayata is just gonna save the day in the last 2 minutes of screen time.
Yeah, well, it was also the first Ultraman, so
True. Yeah, I haven't seen Leo or Taro or Ace or Jack or 80 or
You
7.
named almost all of those in reverse order except for 80.
uh,
If you said 80 first, then you would have said them all in reverse order.
I know. I swear there's some kind of like poetic comedy to that. But yes, we're moving on to the next episode, which will turn out to be a two-parter.
Mm-hmm. And the return of Jeed.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's like a two-parter already.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know that X had a two-parter in episode 7, but still, I mean, it was two-parter-ish. But yeah, here it's like, oh my god, we got G, and he's sticking around for a whole episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he has a new form.
Yes, because he got a slugger too.
Mm-hmm.
It's like watching Melanie Malco try to hit on that one chick at the end of that one movie. It's like, I want to talk about Aristotle's caves with you. It's Plato. Plato's got caves too.
Yeah, basically Gilvirus? What was his name again? Galvaris?
Hold on. Let me consult the kaiju decks. Gilvalis. Yeah, I'm going by the spelling provided by the guide. I know that R's and L's and B's and V's are and S's and TH's are very blurred when it comes to translating between English and Japanese, like the Deboth Army.
Yes.
I still can't get over the whole Deboth thing.
Yeah, Deboss just sounds better.
Yeah, Deboss. Just like how Varglass sounds better.
But anyways, so whatever Kaiju's name shows up, and he's got an impressive design. I'll give him that.
Yeah, he's basically what's his name? Gigantamax Blastoise.
Yes. So and then Jeed shows up, and I like how they played the Jeed opening while he was fighting him.
Oh, absolutely. That's that's one of my favorite things about team up episodes in Power Rangers, when like they play the theme songs of both teams when they fight.
Oh yes.
Although for some reason in Once and Always, whenever Adam would fight, it would be some kind of remix of Turbo Gear from the Turbo movie. I swear it sounds like a remix of Turbo Gear from the end credits of
the Turbo movie.
Yeah.
Da,
da, da, da, da. In the Turbo Gear, there's nothing that can stop me,
for I have no fear. Dude, for real, I want to see the director's cut of Turbo Power Rangers movie. I want to see all the cut content.
The Snyder cut.
The Snyder cut of Turbo Power Rangers movie.
Yeah, no, for real though. And one song that I really miss is actually like a one-off insert song from Zeo.
We're kicking into overdrive.
Yes. Let's go, because we're living in the overdrive. Faster, till we're having a time of our lives. Oh, man. They should have used that as a theme song for Operation Overdrive. It's like in that fan-made opening where Eric McKnight was supposed to be the Red Ranger, Connor's hippie girlfriend was the Yellow Ranger, Toby was the Black Ranger, Cassidy was the Pink Ranger, and that was believable too because like there was video footage of her having that lifeguard buoy. Yeah. But then again, it's like you want Toby to be a pickpocket / slash infiltrator, Toby. I mean, to be fair, Toby's really good at solving puzzles. Like when he solved that treasure chest puzzle, it's like I'm pretty sure that could be like translated to cracking safes.
Yeah,
but I feel like that's just not aligned to his personality. His
Yeah,
skill set, sure, but not his personality.
Yeah, I totally get that.
Yeah, but man, can you imagine if Toby actually did become the Overdrive Black Ranger? It's like, whoa, crane face. Let's rock and roll or something. Make love, not war. Give peace a chance. Like that way, Toby would have been a precursor for RJ.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, guys. Origami Face kind of stole that sapphire from St. Lucia. We're in a lot of trouble.
It actually is an amusing thought.
Yeah. Although it would be weird having Eric McKnight as the Red Ranger, just because it's like, well, for one, yeah, like we were bringing James Napier back, which is cool, but it would be weird if the hippie girl is the Yellow Ranger, because it's like, you look like my boyfriend. Yeah. And with Cassidy there too, it's like you look like my ex-boyfriend's best friend. Maybe if you're gonna make a team of like returning characters, maybe don't insert two characters from the same season. I don't even remember who they wanted to use as the Blue Ranger. But I know that someone else made a fan-made trailer for Jungle Fury where John Cena was the Red Ranger. So with the invisibility of a tiger, Jungle Fury, Red Ranger. Yeah, it's like stealth of a jaguar. Try the invisibility of a tiger. Yeah. So yeah. Gillis, Gilvagris, whatever. G-Max Blastoise shows up, beats up both of the robots. So out of the heavens floats down Tommy Oliver, may he rest in peace, and he reveals himself to be Ultraman Geed.
Yep.
Hey, miss me?
Yeah, which I gotta say, his new armored form looks cool.
I like this new armored form. It's like I was like, I know I never watched G, but I feel like he's never worn this before.
No, it's a new form for Zed.
Yeah, and I was right.
Which it's also interesting how his medals are his three immediate predecessors.
Oh yeah, no. See, what's funny is that like before I started watching this batch of episodes, I was like wondering, it's like, what if they did like a return of Ultraman Zed, where like he uses metal combinations that he hasn't used in the show yet, and one of those combinations was like for example Nexus Max Mabius, but then another one would have been Ginga X Orb, and lo and behold, that combination actually does exist, just not with Zed.
Yeah, it's with Geed.
Yeah. Hey, Geed can use that power too? Man, imagine if Kamen Rider W could have used like Kamakiri Tyranno combo. Yeah. That way you maintain that green purple motif.
Yeah. It's interesting too because Geed carries over the Ultraman fusion gimmick.
Yeah.
But with Zed, they're doing a triple fusion gimmick.
Yeah, it's kind of like double and O's.
Yeah. Except Ultraman Trigger is the one who uses the Gaia memories.
You got a guy with cards, followed by a guy who uses a combination of two characters. And then you have a guy who uses 3 coins to combine the powers of 3 Ultras.
Mm-hmm.
3, 2, 1. Trigger! Ultra Kita! And then Shabadoo touch to Ultra, Shabadoo touch to Ultra, Shabadoo touch to Ultra. Decker, please. Whoosh, 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 whoosh.
Except Decker uses cards. Also.
Don't ruin it for me. Don't ruin it for me.
Yeah. Well, who knows? Maybe someday we'll get an Ultraman who uses rings.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Probably not anytime soon since they're using rings in Gojuger.
Yeah. Rings and Gojuger.
And you might be thinking to yourself, well, why would Gojuger matter? Because that's Toei, not Tsuburaya. Because Bandai has a huge say in what goes into the shows nowadays.
Very huge say. Yeah. So moving right along, we do get a flashback of apparently his Geed Riser, or whatever it was called, didn't watch the season, was destroyed. So he had to use a Z Riser in order to reuse his Geed power. So, help me out. Ginga. X. Orb. Say my name. Ultraman Geed.
Mm-hmm.
Ultraman White.
Well, let's see. We've got Ultraman Rosso, Ultraman Blue, and Grigio.
That would have been an interesting combination.
Well, actually, here's the thing. In the Z-Riser toy, when you put in the Rosso, Blue, and Grigio medals and scan them, it has Zet turn into Rube.
That's interesting.
Just that's an interesting thing that they put into the toy.
So basically, it's kind of like how another Agito was just another Agito, but with the word Agito on his chest.
And Geo, yeah. I gotta say, while I know we're not talking about Geo, but just real quick, I love Agito. It's one of my favorite series, and I can understand where they're going at with Geo's another Agito, but at the same time, it's like, really, guys? Really?
Lazy. It's lazy. I mean, it's nice callback, but it's still lazy.
Exactly.
I mean, given what we got with Kuga, with Ryuki, Spies, Blade, Hibiki, Kabuto, Dano, Kiva, Deke, we don't see till like near the end of the series.
Yeah.
And it kind of makes sense that he would be the villain. Not decade, but I mean another decade.
Yeah.
Because after all, this season takes place in another decade.
Indeed.
Hi. Kabuto Naito. Okay. But yeah, so yeah, that's why we have the Geed Slugger. Sorry, the Geed Riser. Sorry, the Z Riser with Geed cards.
Yeah.
Identify.
It is a dual disc. It takes cards.
Yeah. Oh, imagine if Yu-Gi-Oh was played with coins. It's like, I summon Dark Magician, and I summon Dark Magician Girl, and I summon Karibo. Dark Magician Girl, Karibo.
No, I've got one. And 3 Blue Eyes White Dragon together to make Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon.
Oh, yeah. Blue Eyes Dragon. Blue Eyes Dragon. Blue Eyes Dragon. Ultimate Blue Eyes Dragon.
Yep. Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon.
Brigadier Pansawoya. Red Eyes Dragon, Brigadier, Hansa, Red Eyes.
Yeah, Janochi needs one too.
Yeah. Freaking Bakura.
Oh god.
Bakura's Necrofear. Change your heart. Zork, the Dark One.
Oh god, help us.
And actually, he's gonna have he's not gonna use a dual disc, he's gonna use an orb ring. After all, my Millennium Ring lets me use cards. Dark Necrofear. Zork, the Dark One. Change of hearts.
Yeah. And have it voiced by Rika Matsumoto.
Yes.
Because she was Bakura.
Yes.
At least in Duel Monsters, not in Season 0.
Yeah. Yeah. Yo, man, we're really cooking here. We're really cooking here, man. But yeah, no, we get another attack from freaking G-Max Blastoise, and of course, what's her name isn't gonna is not gonna be enough. So we need Ultra G-Heed, Ginga X Orbo.
Yep. Larger than life.
Yeah. Yeah, and isn't that Belial at one point?
Jeed is the son of Belial.
Yeah. I was trying to understand the whole relationship with Belial because I know in Rue Belial is the dark crystal.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know that Belial will have a focused MacGuffin item this season.
Yeah.
But yeah. But yeah, so yeah, our two Ultraman transform. Sadly, no split screen because it would be cool with split screen. But yeah, no, we're seeing a lot of blue with some red and gold decals going on. I love how the new Jeed form is a precursor to the Reiwa era costume designs because it looks amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jeed with the armor. Is Jeed an armor hero?
Maybe. But yeah, no, I especially love that spinal cord.
Oh yeah, the spinal cord is a nice touch.
Yeah, so of course our hero uses his beta smash form because Lucha! Lucha!
Mucha Lucha?
Yes. Ultra Zeto, it's my way of life. Ultra Zeto, it's the way of life. Yeah, and of course Jeed uses this massive linear attack. It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And they destroy the kaiju.
Yep.
Yeah, they even have the goal to turn away from the explosion and do a fancy pose.
Oh yes.
See, that's a Power Rangers Samurai reference.
Okay. Oh yay, one of my favorite seasons.
Yeah. Remember that Halloween special? And to add insult to injury, they turned around and did a pose while I exploded in the background.
Have I ever mentioned I'm not a fan of the Neo Saban era?
Once or twice. Well,
okay, Dino Charge was pretty good. It felt like a step in the right direction. But then here comes Ninja Steel, and they take 2 steps back.
Some parts of Ninja Steel were decent, but the thing is, they were very sporadic. I don't know.
I thought Ninja Steel was awful. It didn't help with all those fights.
I know they did Preston dirty. Sarah was next to perfect, but the problem is, in the second half, she was a little too perfect. Mm-hmm. Don't get me wrong, Sarah's my favorite Ranger that season. but again, a little too perfect.
Yeah, Mary Sue.
Mary. I mean, it's like, like with her level of intelligence, she's basically the Billy of the team. So yeah, but also she's a better fighter than Billy. So yeah, yeah. It's like, I will say this: I do like how they extensively included, Wes, Coda, and Gemma in a couple of episodes. I wish they were more involved, but hey,
Yeah.
Mick, like I would have to say this, the one of the best things to come out of that season was Mick.
Yeah, there were a couple good things, but oh my gosh, that season was such a cringe fest.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, one of the biggest flaws was Vic and Monty, which I'm gonna be honest with you, could have been fantastic characters if Nickelodeon wasn't so obsessed with fart jokes.
I'm not sure if it was Nickelodeon, but I do know that they confirmed that. Yeah, that an American producer liked the fart joke, so they kept it in there, and everybody, the whole cast hated it.
Yeah, even the actors playing Vic and Monty hated it. Because the thing is, Vic and Monty could have been like really good reboots of Bulk and Skull, where it's like, yeah, they're the bullies, but like they have a heart of gold on the inside, and when push comes to shove, they do the right thing. And they very well had like King for a Day moments where like, yeah, they're deep inside enemy territory and they actually save the Rangers. But I just hate that them saving the Rangers involved fart jokes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's like the one downside, because it's like, again, Vic and Monty could have been like Bulk and Skull. Now, I'm going to say this. Cassidy and Devin, they were definitely the Bulk and Skull archetypes, but taken to a better degree where like they're more realistic and more likable characters without having to spend 6 whole seasons developing them as characters. But as far as making an actual Bulk and Skull, not how they try to bring Bulk back and have him train Spike and then just like pretend like all his character developments just never happened. No, I mean like we actually got a legitimate return of Bulk and Skull, but yeah, no, it's like they were hindered by fart jokes.
Yep.
Yeah, tragic.
I mean, honestly, Dimensions in Danger was the only decent episode.
Mm-hmm. I would say a certain 5-minute segment of Dimensions in Danger did more, was a better anniversary episode than the entirety of Legendary Battle.
Ain't that the truth?
And you had fewer Rangers.
Yeah.
It's like you did more with less. Literally.
Yeah, and they ignore Red Turbo again. Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. We got Pink Turbo.
Yeah, it is nice to see Catherine be the Pink Turbo Ranger again.
Yeah. Yeah, and honestly, that's one of my issues with Once and Always. I wish there was an additional scene where Catherine came back as Pink Turbo and Rocky came back as Zeo Ranger 4 Blue before the two of them got those proxy coins.
That would have been cool.
One, you would have 2 Blue Rangers, and you'd have a scene where you have Zach and Kat interact because we've never seen the 2 of them interact. And then you have Zach with Rocky because, like, that scene does happen. But it'll be a nice callback that, yeah, these aren't just 2 random characters that you might recognize from Ninja Steel. Like, that they have a legacy of being Rangers for, like, multiple years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They're not just like, oh, Kim's replacement and Jason's replacement. Like, no. Rocky was there for 3 seasons. And he was a Blue Ranger at one point. And Kat was there for 3 seasons, and she was 3 different Pink Rangers.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's that. But yeah, no, like, but yeah, going back to this, we got that pose thing, and like the 2 of them got that like fist bump. We do get a call back to Ultraman Taro, of course, fighting Bilal.
Yeah.
But that's where like one of the chaos shards came from.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so of course Jeed has to stick around for an episode.
Yep.
Which takes us to episode 7. So much like Tachibana, everyone knows that he's an Ultra. Yep. But of course, he just quickly gets kidnapped by 2 robot dudes, who I swear look like homunculi from what's it called, Castlevania, Nintendo DS franchise.
Well, I haven't played that, so I wouldn't know.
Oh man, let me tell you, Soma Cruz is such an interesting character because Soma is Dracula reincarnated.
I see.
Yeah, but he's not evil. He's just a normal teenager. But he is the reincarnation of Dracula, which is why people are out to get him. And yeah, one of the major plot points of the 2 games that he stars in involves the potential of him turning into the Dark Lord and him trying to resist that fate.
Interesting.
Yeah. So if you get typically bad endings involve Soma becoming evil. Yeah. While good endings involve him like resisting his inheritance. Yeah. It's like if you've ever seen the Almighty Johnsons, it's kind of like the Almighty Johnsons where like you get this very young dude being the reincarnation of Odin, while Jeff Dolan is Thor. That's right. This younger dude is Gosei's dad.
Or Nick's grandfather.
Yeah, imagine this. Imagine this. Jake from Megaforce being Gosei's dad. Yo, that tiki head dude, that giant tiki head is my son. That's crazy.
Though there's a simple explanation for that.
But enough about that. We have to stop Armageddon from happening. Or Ragnarok. But yeah, no, like freaking what's his name gets kidnapped and then he gets rescued by Juggler. It's like, remember me? God damn it, it's you again. Yep. What do you want this time? Listen, man, I'm just here to chill and have some fun. Would you mind not telling Zed that I'm here? I'd rather you stay incognito so I could keep trolling him. Good grief.
Yada yada.
Yada yada. So of course we get Bone Gomorrah show up.
Oh yeah, that's another monster from Jeed.
Yeah, and of course we get Tiny Zed.
Yes, I figured you would like seeing Zed at human size.
Yes, and you know who else was happy to see Zed at human size? No, just kidding. No, it's Yoko. But like yeah, it's like I used to fantasize. I used to dream about having an older man, but now all I can think about is having an even older man.
Yeah.
Well, at least you're not thinking about lipstick or pearls or high-heeled shoes.
Yeah. It's interesting how he can turn into his original form without medals, and the transformation was very Kamen Rider Blade-like.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because of that portal passing right through him.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that was really fun. I'm not gonna lie though. And yes, I do love Blade's transformation because it's very snazzy.
Yeah. It's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Da 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 da. We do gotta use the Zed Riser. Zed is the new guy. Jeed is the veteran who's coming back. But we need a third Ultra to defeat this kaiju right now. Yeah. Yeah, so even though they transform into their respective forms, and yes, it's cool watching them fight Bone Gomorrah freaking Bone Gomorrah looks like something out of freaking Kira Major. Because like, you know, just like how what's his name? The black dude. Got his name.
Yeah. Garza?
Garza, yeah. Scar from Lion King. Yeah, like yeah, it reminds the design reminds me of Garza because of the whole crescent thing going on.
Yeah, it's a fusion of both Gomorrah and Red King.
Yeah, and hey, he's actually red this time.
Yep.
Finally, Red King is red, and well, not he's white red or green.
He's red and Ultraman powered.
Yeah, but we haven't watched Powered. How have we?
No, not yet, but we'll get there.
Maybe. Yeah. He's great. He's powered. He's 80. He's the and
he's the. I love that.
Can we go to a the restaurant? I've never had the before.
Oh yeah. Gee, can we eat I've never had before. Is there a restaurant somewhere around here?
Behold the power of the.
Yes. Ultraman my favorite Ultraman.
Yeah. I swear that should become a thing. Ultraman za.
That should become a meme. Yeah, to where Jonius is no longer Jonius. He is simply known as the.
Yeah. And yes, we do have Zero with the cape.
I still find it weird how he got a mantle before Mabius, but okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but apparently he can warp reality even from a pocket dimension.
Yeah. Well, I suppose Zero is more powerful than Mabius, but Mabius can't be a rookie forever, so it's like, shouldn't he have a mantle too?
Yeah, I mean, who knows? Maybe he might.
Maybe someday.
Someday. Maybe this year or next.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they fight during sundown, and you know what really occurred to me right now?
What?
At this very moment, in the last 8 episodes, you barely see the color timer go off.
Yeah, you're right, now that I think about it.
Yeah, like literally right now, while the 3 of them are fighting that giant triple kaiju, this is the only time I've seen either of their color timers go off. It's like usually they do a decent job like zooming in, really focusing in on that. But they don't. Yeah. And of course, like freaking all 3 of them, you like go to climax time cutscenes from Climax Heroes. And basically they recreate my fanfic move for Naruto it's basically like Geki Ho from Geki Ranger, where it's like Naruto and Sasuke like combine their Chidori and Rasengan, like basically it's like and then like Sakura just like uses herself as a conduit to like regulate their chakra outputs. Because her chakra control is supposed to be the best around. No one's gonna ever keep her down except the writer, because he hates her. And yeah, I called it Kakashi Cannon.
David Bowie.
David Bowie. There's a star blast coming right at you. It's full of chakra, and Sasuke and Naruto are teaming up.
Yeah, so all 3 Ultras team up, which it's cool to see a triple Ultra team up. Doesn't happen very often. Yeah. So they all defeat Skull Gomorrah, and yeah.
Yeah, meanwhile, Juggler finds Shinya's ID tag.
Ah, yes. The guy with the parasite.
Yes, the parasite dude. And of course, it's time for Zed to take Jeed home. Really? Can't stick around for a bit? Nope. Okay, fine.
Hmm.
Bleep you then. I didn't need you this whole time. I could have done all this by myself.
Hmm.
Yeah. So moving on to episode 8. Yeah, we're just searching for more chaos artifacts, and for some reason, there are two sisters who are hunting for them.
And they've got kaiju DNA
For
from
some
Tiga and
reason.
Gaia. Somehow.
Yes.
Well, not
Yes.
from Tiga and Gaia specifically, Tiga and Gaia kaiju.
Yeah. Yeah, basically, they are alien pit.
Yes.
You've got an orange one and a pink one. Good grief. I can't wait for King Joe next episode because, obviously, King Joe's right next to them, so I assume King Joe will be in the next episode.
He is. I saw it in the preview.
Yeah. What I really can't wait for is the Barossa. Yeah. Yeah, so
But I've been waiting for this episode.
Yeah. Yeah, because in this episode, I've been waiting for this episode too, because this is the one where we see my most favorite alternate form of the season.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Mine too.
Obviously nothing can beat Hurricane Rosso, but this is a close second. Yeah, so basically Yoko's just kicking everyone's butt. It's like, homegirl, if you kick my ass, you get to go on a shopping spree. If you lose, you have to do grocery shopping for me. You say like there's an equal chance. Oh, you sure there is? It's like having the narrator put money into who would win between Goku and Vegeta. Hold on, you're the narrator. Don't you already know who's gonna win? No. But yeah, no. Even our main character gets his butt kicked by the old man.
Yep.
Yeah. So of course, Juggler tries to do some investigating independently, while freaking Jerkface summons like freaking a Metroid Prime parasite by summoning 3 legendary kaiju into 1 super kaiju. I swear, this kind of low-key reminds me of Olympius from Lightspeed Rescue.
Yeah, basically, he takes Golza and Melba from the first episode of Tiga and Super Ko from the first episode of Gaia.
Makes sense. Do either of those 2 kaiju show up in the first episode of Dyna by any chance?
No, interestingly, these medals that they use in this episode to make 5 King, which 5 King first showed up in Ultraman Ginga. Okay, so they are comprised of, like what I said, Golza and Melba from the first episode of Tiga, then Reikubus, who's like from episode 31 or 32 of Dyna, I believe. Okay. It's been a while since I last watched Dyna. And Super Cove from Gaia, and then Gonkyu from Gaia. I forget which episode Gonkyu is in, but he's one of the most iconic kaiju for Gaia. So it's 2 Tiga kaiju, 1 Dyna kaiju, and 2 Gaia kaiju that make up 5 King.
Yeah. Nice callback.
Yeah, especially since we get a Tiga Dyna Gaia form.
Yep. Yeah, not really much happens in this episode, but one thing that does happen is our boy loses his slugger again.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, bro, how many times do you lose the Zet Riser? How many times?
Like, have that thing attached to your belt or something. Like, where do you even keep that thing?
And where did it disappear to? Well, we do find out in this episode, but I love how when he finally does get it back in this episode, Zed's like, God damn it, how many times did you lose the Zet Riser? Stop giving me a hard time.
I'm trying my best.
Try harder. Yeah. So yeah, no, like the two girls, they do find the
Alien
the Zed
pits.
Riser, but the thing is, the two evil girls are like, "Oh, one of you must be Zed. Oh, I'm Zed. No, I'm Zed. No, I'm Zed." And then
Which
Bulk
one of
is
you
like,
is that? I am.
"I am." And then Bulk is like, "I'm Zed." And then Skull's like, "I'm Zed." And Phenomenus is like, "I'm Zed." Then the mayor's like, "I'm Zed." Uh, man, I love Delilah from the Surf Spot. She's the real one. It's like, you guys found my. Oh, you stole my truck. Well, I'm going to let you drive around on my truck by doing deliveries in order to pay off the crime that you just committed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes total sense. But hey, good for her for like trying to do Ernie better than Ernie, because Ernie would just do like milkshakes to everyone on the house for no reason.
Yep.
It's like, how does he keep his place in business? I'm not hating on Ernie. I love Ernie, but some of his business practices make no sense.
Because it's Power Rangers logic.
And turns out he used to be the baby in some baby food commercial.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. But hey, at least he got credit. He got name credits in the theme song in Zeo.
Mm-hmm.
Same with Jerome. I wonder what Jerome is up to. If he's still alive. I hope he's still alive.
Yeah. But yeah, anyways, Zed is... He finds his Zed Riser, and he's losing against Five King. Mm-hmm. And so then Juggler's like, oh, hey, I got 3 new medals for you. Here you go. And they happen to be Tiga, Dinah, and Gaia.
Yep.
So I've been waiting for this form because as we've established, Tiga is my favorite Ultraman. It was my first Ultraman series that I did with Mike.
Nice.
Well, with you.
Yeah. Yep. Tiga was the first season that we did after Blazar.
Yeah.
So it's like it's a nice going back full circle sort of thing.
Yeah, and Gaia is my second favorite Ultraman, and naturally I like Dinah too. So I was looking forward to finally seeing Gamma Future.
And Gaia was the last Ultraman actor I've met.
You lucky bastard. I wish I could meet him.
Yeah, I wish I could have done more in our encounter due to the fact that I haven't watched Gaia yet, and I didn't want to come off like an asshole one way or the other by saying, oh yeah, I totally loved your season, even though I never watched it. Or like, oh no, I haven't watched your season. You bastardo, how could you not watch the greatest season of Ultraman ever? I'm just kidding. He probably would not say that, but
yeah,
it would be
funny
it would be funny if there was an actor that was petty enough. It's like, how dare you not watch my season? My season was the best.
Fake fan.
You uncultured swine. But I never claimed to be a fan to begin with. And you never will until you watch my season and say it's the best one. But if it's the only season I watch, then I have to say by default, exactly. Only watch my season and no other season.
Yeah, hopefully we get to Gaia eventually, but I feel like we should do Dinah first.
Yeah. I mean, naturally.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe in one particular year, depending on the breakdown of the episodes, maybe we could do them back to back. Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe. We still have plenty of Showa, plenty of Heisei.
Oh, yeah.
Go through, and yeah. But either way, we're making good time. We're making good time this year.
Mm-hmm.
Like, by New Year's, I'm going to be like, I've watched 3 + 2 + 3, 8 seasons of Ultraman in 2 years.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah, so basically he in Gamma Future, which I don't just love it just because, it's got Tiga, Dia, and Gaia. I also love it aesthetically. It looks really cool. And I love how he...
Basically, it looks like what the Cosmic Fury should have looked like.
Oh my gosh!
I mean, you got that chest shield thing, regardless.
Yeah,
but at least Gamma Future does it better, and I love the way he's like.
Yeah. He even has the part to where he summons, he makes clones of Tiga, Dia, and Gaia.
Yeah, he summons illusions of them.
Like
Runa, Toriga.
Yeah. And so then Gaia turns into Gaia Supreme, and then they all do their beam attacks. And I gotta say, I had a big smile on my face when I saw, Tiga charging up his Superior beam and firing it.
Oh, yeah. No, like, all three of them had, like, yeah, especially the charging, because, like, you got that whole, like, stellar, like, vacuum thing looking.
Yeah.
It's like, they could have just phoned it in. You could have just done, like, pew, pew. But no, it's he's like, yeah. And then they all fuse together. And then he becomes tiny. And then he goes inside a transmutation circle.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like, hey, Harmy, have you ever seen Jonah and the Whale? I don't think he's a good role model. Well, check this out. Yeah.
Yeah, destroys it from... He pulls a black RX, an RX Bio Rider, and destroys it from the inside.
Yeah. And he does sort of like a mime-looking thing.
Yeah.
Like, Sha! Pocket sand.
Pocket sand.
Sha! Yeah, it's adorable. It's like, I love the showmanship in this fight. And low key, like the nightscaping, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of that beautiful fight scene from Power Ranger when they summoned the Megazord for the first time.
Oh, yeah.
That beautiful nightscaping.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, and of course, Juggler destroys a bunch of robots because Juggler's a total badass. I'm a total badass. And of course, it causes the parasite to flee while Juggler's like,
Yeah, and Juggler, he finds the metals that make up Five King.
Yeah. Yeah, meanwhile, Yoko and Hiromi force Homegirl to go shopping again.
Mm-hmm.
Poor Homegirl. You'll have your W someday.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's adorable. Yeah. Needless to say, I can't wait needless to say, I can't wait for what's it called, Mabius. Because that season has a homegirl too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's
maybe this is a great season.
Yeah, but that's the whole. Yeah, especially love the head design.
Oh yeah, maybe it's his head design. Some people have jokingly said he looks like a cat.
I say he looks more like Scar from Lion King.
Yeah.
Be prepared for it's time for Mabius. Be prepared for a great season with compelling new characters and great kaiju designs. And where do we feature? I will feature my Spacium beam. And that's it. These episodes were really great. It advances the story. It expands on the characters' universe. It makes the characters the returning characters feel more real and not just random cameo for fan service.
Yeah.
Again, Kodo's one of the best things about the Neo Saban era.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this was a solid batch of episodes.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying Zet so far, and I'm looking forward to seeing more.
Yeah. I have to give these episodes an 8, 9, 9, 10.
Yeah. 9, 9, 9, and 10.
I love how we agree on episode 8. Yeah. All right. Let's check. But yeah, no, like not much in the way of comments. We just have the one comment tonight. K's LC says, "Say my name, K's LC."
Ultraman Zet!
Ultraman X.
Yeah, Tsuburaya, Bandai. Why is there Ultraman X and Ultraman Z? But no why.
Ultraman. Okay, I'm done. I swear, no more Kara Major references today. But yeah, it's very cureful. But yeah, if you enjoy, please be sure to comment, like, and subscribe to us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Ding the bell icon. Stay notified for our latest videos because we do Ultraman Z every Monday, Kamen Rider Gav every Wednesday, #1 Sentai. Wait, hold on, let me do this one more time. #1 Sentai Go Juger every Thursday, and on Sundays we are doing Kamen Rider Classic. We're 69 episodes in. Sadly, Goro's gone. Thankfully, Emmy's gone. We're going to be introduced to 2 new characters, at least one of which is super awesome. And only 10 more episodes to go before we get to the second movie. And finish the third and penultimate arc. I hate the fact that we have to go to another 29 more episodes. It's taking so long.
There, you'll get there.
Yeah, I know. Hopefully by the time when we're done with... No, we'll be finished with Ultraman Z before we finish Kamen Rider Classic.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. Because it's like... Because like we started Kamen Rider when we were still midway through Ultraman X. And then it's like we went through all of X. We went through all of 66. And now we're going to go through all of X. And we still have a ways to go.
Mm-hmm.
We still have a ways to go. Actually, I want to check to see like how many more episodes we have to do for 71. Wait, no, hold on. That's the wrong folder. Hold on. Give me one quick second. Man. Earlier this year, that's a crazy thing to contemplate. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more podcasts starting this Sunday. So we'll at least finish half of the final arc by the time we're done with Zed. Yeah. Let's do this. Also, we recently uploaded some more Power Morphicon interviews. We got Ron Roger from Lightspeed Rescue, as well as David Fielding from Mighty Morphin. So we got 2 back-to-back masters. Sorry, mentors. 3, if you count the one before that, to Jeff Dolan. There's a simple explanation for this.
Yes.
And so we have about 17 more Morphicon interviews left to upload. And I can't wait to get those done because at Pasadena Comic-Con, we did do 9 more interviews, 3 of which will be uploaded to the Morphin Network because we interviewed 3 Lightspeed Rescue actors. Yeah. If not for like certain time related constraints, we would have gotten 4. But hey, 75% still pretty good, all things considered.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, as for the other 6 interviews, well, glad you asked because you should also check out our sister channel, The Buttery Show, where we do various movie reviews and TV discussions. We recently reviewed the movie Sinners, featuring Michael B. Jordan, and in June we're gonna do Karate Kid Month, where we discuss all 6 Karate Kid movies in honor of the new movie Karate Kid Legends coming out this Friday. And yes, we also have shorts for Gundam G Quox. And as I mentioned, 6 interviews that will be uploaded to that channel. So lots and lots of content coming up for the Buttery Show. That aside, Karate Kid movies. Can't wait to discuss those. And if you want to say hi to us in person, I will be at Robo Toy Fest on June 8th at the Burbank Marriott, where we will meet all 3 cast members of Your Troopers, one of which, as it turns out, used to be co-stars in not 1 but 3 different projects with the bad boy himself, Sean Kanan, who I did have the honor of interviewing. And yes, this is his hot sauce right here, the Cobra Venom. It's got Carolina Reapers in there. Definitely, you should give this a try. I am the king of capsaicin. A G-Fest. Tell us about G-Fest.
And if you want to meet me in person, I'll be at G-Fest, which is in Chicago, Illinois, from July 11th through the 13th at the Hyatt.
Nice. And additional conventions that we recommend you check out is Ranger Stop and Pop in Atlanta, Georgia, June 13th to the 15th at the Omni Hotel. It's going to include all 6 Rangers from Mystic Force, as well as various other Rangers from other seasons, including Mighty Morphin, Time Force, Wild Force, but mainly you got all 6 Mystic Force Rangers, which is perfect because at Robo Toy Fest you got the complete cast of, well, not the complete cast, but most of the cast of SPD for their 20th anniversary, and then a week later in Atlanta you got Mystic Force for their 19th anniversary.
And at G-Fest, Kaneko Noboru, who played Red and Ranger, is going to be there because he was in Godzilla Tokyo SOS.
Nice. Tell him I said hi.
This will be his second time at G-Fest.
Yes. He was in... I think he was in America. He was in California twice. He was definitely there in Robo Toy Fest. In Japan World Heroes 2019, where I did meet him. Turns out he and Michi Amato are good friends, and so I met him through Michi. Hello, Michi-san. I hope you're doing well, by the way. So that's pretty much it. And if you want to check out our online content, where can the people find you?
You can find me at youtube.com Axel Ranger.
And you can find me on Instagram at Boken_Kabuto and on Twitch at twitch.tv/BokenKabuto. But guys, thank you guys so much for watching. We hope you had a restful Memorial Day weekend. We hope to see you again real soon. Hope to see you again in person in 2 weeks. We love you guys. And signing off. Bye.